The horrible reality of Danny Rolen Jr.'s brutal death finally hit home for his dad the moment he saw his son in the funeral home.
Just one of the hardest things I did. Because I didn't believe he was gone until then.
That was the reality sinking in when you saw your son.
Investigators in North Texas are 100% convinced this was no suicide. It was murder.
Danny Rolen died from homicidal force, that he had been stabbed approximately 16 to 17 times and had suffered blunt force trauma wounds to the head.
And the only suspect? The babysitter, 16-year-old Tyler Quain.
Considering Quain was only 16 years old at the time, do you think that he understood or knew what he was carrying out? Did he plan to do this? Was it a spur-of-the-moment thing?
I don't think anyone that would commit a crime of this nature, the way this crime scene was staged, had put any forethought into it. I think this was a spur-of-the-moment, last-minute, irrational thought.
The Grayson County grand jury indicted Quain for murder. Prosecutor Brett Smith tried him as an adult. At the trial, Danny's girlfriend Amber Ratliff testified.
We called Amber as a witness in our trial with the understanding that she could, say anything she wanted when she got on the stand, and I asked her point blank, did she kill Danny Rolen? And she denied it under oath.
And there was never any evidence Amber had anything to do with the murder or staging the scene. Could Amber have simply been the motive for the murder?
Just my pure speculation is that Preston Quain probably had some kind of romantic affinity, desire for Amber, and felt like if he could get rid of Danny, maybe he would have an opportunity.
The evidence against Quain is so overwhelming, the jury quickly returns a verdict.
The day before he turned 17, he was found guilty of murder and sentenced to 99 years.
Was the death penalty ever on the table?
It was not in this case. This was not a death penalty case.
99 years, his appeals exhausted. Quain will spend the rest of his life in Texas State Prison. And now, in this Crime Watch Daily exclusive, he sits down with us for his first ever TV interview.
What happened on that day?
Well, it was a regular school day. I was on probation. I wasn't supposed to be drinking or doing any drugs, but I ended up snorting cocaine and drinking.
Look closely. Quain has a teardrop tattoo under his right eye, a prison symbol that signifies the inmate is a murderer.
Does the tear on your eye represent Danny Rolen and the life that was lost?
It just, to me, it's a permanent sadness.
Quain claims things got out of hand when an argument between Danny and Amber escalated and he jumped in.
As Amber went into the bedroom, she started to slam the door, but he caught it. He stuck his arm in there, tried to get in, pushed it, but she wouldn't let him in. So he ended up grabbing her hair, pulled her out, and then that's when I intervened and tried to get in between it.
And what happened next?
Well, he wouldn't let go of her, so I intervened again, and he turned on me and he grabbed me by my throat. I just remember my eyes were going black, so I put my hands on the counter, that knife that was on the counter right there. My hand ended up landing on it, and he wouldn't let go, so that's when I stabbed him one time. But he still wouldn't let go. I remember I stabbed him one more time.
Did that blood rain down on you with you under him?
There was blood everywhere. Just flat out killing. It was just spur of the moment, gone too far as I stabbed him. But not just outright out of hatred or anything like that. I was just trying to get him off of me.
Quain says that's when he staged the scene to make it look like a suicide.
It was hours after he had already been dead, so he was stiff. That's the only reason why he had those stab wounds. Because every time I tried to put the knife in him, his body was too tough, so it wouldn't go through.
And you did the slices on his wrist?
Yes.
Who planted the note?
I wrote the note.
When Detective Butler brought you home and dropped you off, did you think you'd gotten away with murder?
No, not murder. Like I said, I was on probation. It was only a matter of time before they came and got me for curfew.
Why did you change your story so many times with law enforcement?
I wasn't ready to admit it. I wasn't a man back then. I wasn't grown. I was immature. I was a liar. I got myself in this mess by all the stories that I told and evidence that was left, hiding the knives, leaving my fingerprints. I did all that.
Did you ever have a sexual relationship with Amber?
No.
You have remorse for what happened with Danny?
Oh yeah, every day.
You said, remember during the victim impact statement, and I told y'all I was sorry. I wasn't sorry for killing him, I was sorry for y'all's loss, quote. What did you mean by that?
Well, a couple of their Danny's family got up and made the victim impact statements, and it hit me. I mean, I'm still alive, but their loved one is dead.
If you had anything to say to the family and to the daughters without a father and in the rough time that they've had with this, what, if anything, do you have to say to the Rolen family?
I'm terribly sorry. I really am. If I could change it, I would. I didn't intend to hurt Danny. I didn't intend to kill Danny. It was all just happened so fast. I'm sorry, I really am.
Did you want to take the stand?
Yeah, but I didn't want to dig myself in a deeper hole.
If you had taken the stand in your trial, what would you have said?
Exactly what happened. From what happened before and what happened to the point to where me and Danny got into it. I stabbed him. I stabbed him twice. And I regret it.
Do you deserve 99 years?
Well, because of my stupid actions, a life was lost. I don't think I should have the say of what my sentence should be. I mean, I'm alive. I mean, Danny's gone.
If you had one last thing that you could say to Danny and one last moment to share with him, what would that be like? What would you do? How would you use it? What would you say to Danny?
I'd hold him in my arms and tell him how much I love him. And I didn't want him to leave me, even though that I knew that he was because of how bad he was hurting her.
What do you miss most about Danny?
Our friendship. It didn't matter how bad things were. Danny always had the sweetest laugh. You know, if you were down or you were sad or you were mad, it didn't matter. You know, he had that laugh about him. Everybody loved to see Danny come.
In all, what has this left you with?
It has made all of us a totally different people. There's no getting back what we've lost.
Queen's lawyers appealed his sentence, arguing that the trial judge should have disqualified a juror who personally knew some of the witnesses. That appeal was denied. He'll not be eligible for parole until 2038. I'm Chris Hansen. If you like this story, make sure you tune in every day to Crime Watch Daily. You can find where the show airs in your city at crimewatchdaily.com. Watch it live or record it on your DVR and watch it at night. And to all those criminals out there, remember, we are watching.